Chun scams the mob for a fat stack of cash, buys fancy ice cream, and hires pros to trick out his panic room. Cause the world's ending, so debt collectors, not his problem. Lujing Street, March 2nd, 2030. Dead quiet, outside. Inside a shady back, a voice boomed, asking if the kid knew the way to 5 mil. Lights buzzed on. There he was. Boss Jung, gang leader, and king of the loan sharks. The kid in front of him looked totally shook. He stammered that high rates were cool, as long as Jung paid up. Behind the boss, a wall of goons stood like angry statues, trying way too hard to look scary. Jang dropped the numbers. 4%, borrow 5 mil, pay 7 later. Sign for 7 mil, he said, and give me something worth keeping. Chun whipped out a house deed faster than a magic trick. Jang eyed it. This dump, worth 3 or 4 mil, tops. But inside, he was cracking up. A huge pad for a shady loan. Easy money. This clueless sheep just wandered into the wolf's den. Can't give you 5 mil for just this, he blurted. Chun freaked, clasping his hands like he was begging for mercy. Please, I'll take 4 million, he cried. My psychic said I'm lucky. I'll double it. Swear. Jang smirked. 3.5 mil. Take it or leave it. He loved seeing desperate gamblers squirm. Chun acted like he'd won the lotto, thanking him like a maniac. Jang tweaked the deal. Pay for 0.9 mil in 3 months, or I keep the house. Sign now. Get cash in 3 days. Dio, Chun said, but I got one condition. Jang raised an eyebrow, leaning in. 10 minutes later, Chun walked out, grinning like a Cheshire cat. From the back, a happy voice shouted, "Thanks for the business, kid." His phone buzzed. Ding. Received 3.5 million yuan. Chun giggled internally. This whole thing was a joke. World ends in a month. Who pays debts during doomsday? Cash secured. Time to prep. No way he was repeating his past life's horror show. Last time, a mega disaster wrecked the whole planet. The sun went psycho, pushing temps to 50 degrees Celsius, a 30-day heat wave from hell. Humans, animals, everything got toasted. The world went totally nuts. Meanwhile, back at the shady bank, Xingyang was cackling like a supervillain over his quick cash grab. Raising the interest rates, zero shame. Total savage move. In his eyes, gambling addicts didn't even deserve a cardboard box to sleep in. One minion nervously mentioned Chun's pad was worth over 4 million. Yet they lowballed him at 3.5. And Chun took the bait instantly. A trap? Nah, Jang just brushed it off. He's seen tons of desperate folks who'd sell their own grandma for a poker chip. What's a house to a guy like that? He joked that the world is full of nice guys who pay extra interest without whining. Meanwhile, Chun was busy plotting his own 4D chess move. He had a flashback to his old cocky self. Scam me. In your dreams, pal, I hit up every loan shark in Loyang in one day. Interest rates, hilarious. Once I secure that bag, you ain't never seeing it again. Dude knew exactly what was about to go down. Post-Apocalypse 101. Earth turns to dust, plants die, mutants rise, and society goes kaput. Food got so rare, people traded their souls for a single crumb or a drop of water. If you had supplies, you were basically a god. Even rich celebs were out there begging for a hot dog or some clear water. If you couldn't adapt, you just wandered the dead streets until it was game over. But this run, totally different. He respawned with cheat codes. He had the ultimate walkthrough now, and plenty of time before the world ended. Time to prep, stack, loot, and make sure he never suffers again. Chun walked past some giggling girls, and something caught his eye. He clocked those familiar boxers immediately. In their hands, and realized instantly what they were holding. The legendary ice cream assassin. That bougie snack that costs more than a kidney. He stared, hit with a wave of nostalgia. In his past life, he was too broke to ever treat himself to one. Instead, he wasted cash buying them for that toxic ex-loop. Giving her premium treats was a bigger waste than feeding caviar to a stray dog. Just thinking about it made him salty. Whatever, this time the treat is for him. He marched right in, zero hesitation. Totally cut the line, leaving the girls behind him absolutely shook. He yelled, "Give me 10 of literally every flavor you got." Thanks, the girls just stood there blinking. Then came the whispers. Is he for real? Is he rich? And wait, why is he suddenly so hot? While he ordered, their vibes switched up fast. Their eyes were practically shooting heart emojis after seeing that flex. The cashier, though, she was sweating over the price tag. That ice cream is a wallet killer, and this hottie didn't look loaded. She nervously asked, if you were sure. Reminding him 10 of each is over 20,000 yuan. Chun didn't even flinch. Stone cold poker face. One girl clicked her tongue, roasting his dusty outfit. If he can actually afford that, I'll literally bow down and worship him right here. Chun looked at her calmly. Is that a promise? She snapped back. You serious? You expect me to bow? Get real. Chun just grinned wider. I gave you an out, he said. You chose to dive in. Now, she was definitely not even a miracle could save her. She choked, completely shook, and speechless. Chun turned to the staff. smirking. Pack up every single scoop. I'm buying it all. He flashed his phone screen showing the paid bill. The cashier totally froze. Staring at the screen, she stuttered. I gotta call my boss. 1 sec. Manager FK rushed out. How can I help, Mr. Chin? Chun looked around. Tally up the price for all the ice cream here. You guys can close early today. Manager Fei paused, then furiously tapped his tablet. Bowing, he asked Chun to wait. His mind was racing though. Who is this rich kid? 1 sentence and he covered a month's sales. It's pricey stuff. Most people just window shop. Display items are 70,000 yuan, FK said. Plus, the back totals about 1 million. Chun just smirked. To him, pocket change. World's ending soon anyway. Might as well buy it out. Worst case, ice cream party during the apocalypse. Sending 300,000 yuan. Now, he said, telling him to ship the rest to his address. Fei swore he'd handle it personally. Chun told the shocked girls, pick whatever you want. It's on me. Instant chaos ensued. The girls screamed, totally glowing with hype. Oh my god, one yelled, said another. Suddenly, he looked way hotter to them. Chun wasn't done yet though. He looked at the rude girl. Not you. You get nothing. Still waiting for that bow. She went totally pale. Humiliated, she bent down low, regretting every word she'd said. Business done. The sun started setting, marking a pretty awesome day for Chun. He chilled on a bench with his ice cream. Killer taste. Absolutely phenomenal. He pulled out his magic storage item. Keeps things fresh forever. Infinite fresh ice cream glitch unlocked. With this loot, he could probably bribe celebs with a snap. Just the thought made him smirk. Surprise bonus. His powers respawn to last run. Skills only. Unlocked. ... Way after the world went kaboom in the apocalypse. Why he got his kid early this time? Total mystery. But one thing's for sure. This is his ultimate cheat code now. He sighed, mentally scrolling through his massive to-do list. Just as he was strategizing, his phone buzzed. Screen lights up. Ring ring. The little fairy is calling. Instant nausea. Bad vibes. Overload. The ID was the worst possible person. Lu Wenqing. He clicked his tongue. Seriously, of all the people? Mood ruined. Thanks a lot. Chun answered, muttering her name. Picking up, unlocked a flood of cringy. Back when his folks died, she swooped in like an angel. Dumb past self actually thought she was his whole world. Reality check, she just wanted his inheritance. Money? He recalled her creeping up close. ... Dropping her mom's demands. If you want to marry me, ... Double quotes, ... Sign over the city condo and pay 880,000 yuan. Looking back, she was a total black hole. Just take, until his wallet was dust. Her excuse, it's for our future. Yeah, right. She even guilt-tripped him to sell his childhood home. Then the ancestral house, all for her fancy condo. Flashback to the absolute worst part. Him eating dirt while she introduced him. ... Two. Some young master. Here's the guy I mentioned. ... He fits the criteria for raw materials. That moment, the penny finally dropped. He protected her in the apocalypse. She traded him like a snack. The big boss looked him over once. ... And scoffed. Nothing special. Why bother eating him? Total humiliation. He died messy. But now, Chun smirked. Round 2. Since Wenqing walked right into his trap. ... Time to balance the books. Payback time. Later, chillin' at a Lux hotel. He answered all sweet. Sup, babe? She whined about hanging with friends and losing her fave gold necklace. I'm so sad. Chun played the part. No worries, I'll replace it. She got greedy. 1 isn't enough. Buy 10 so I can swap. He didn't blink and sure thing, easy. Whoa, rich boy, she gasped. He laughed. Got lucky. Crypto blew up. Made a killin'. Anything for you. Hearing the imaginary cash register, she sounded rattled, asking if he got played. Crypto seems kinda sus, she said. Chun was like, scam or real deal. Who cares, bro? Just watch me stack that paper next round. He claimed playing safe was a snooze fest, and he, ... planned to go massive. Borrowing big bucks to double down. Loan needs a witness, so he begged her to help. ... Promising her a fat 5% cut just for showing up. Right then, some guys, ... Annoyed voice yelled in the back. Why you taking forever? Lu panicked. Come in, babe, and rushed off, but inside, she was doing the math. A night with the old guy pays 5,000 Chun's paper. 50,000. In her eyes, literally, zero risk. Just a signature. Chun's the chicken to scam her anyway. Phone clicks off. Chun smirked. I'll be waiting. Then he switched gears to ... prep mode. Time to build a literal zombie fortress. Turning his crib into an iron bunker in 1 month flat. Wanted uncrackable glass on every window, plus sneaky ... bars, diameter thick armored walls, and quake-proof tech for level 8 shakes. He ... kept rattling off demands. 3-meter glass, solar roof, off-grid power, air filters, ... blocking poison gas, self-sustaining ecosystem with ... 72 hours of air, water recycling, and bomb-proof doors. Plus, a sci-fi lock system scanning eyes and prints. The builder was sweating bullets, totally freaked by the list, wondering if Chun was some kind of ... doomsday nutjob or just watched way too many alien movies. Before he could speak, Chun ... got in his face, looking serious. Can't handle it. Your bio says you build panic rooms for billionaires, right? The guy stuttered. Mr. ... double quotes ... Chun. This is super fancy stuff. Budget might be tight, but inside, he was hyped, thinking Chun was ... another rich idiot scared of the apocalypse, ready to burn cash. Chun cut him off, flashed a huge stack, and said he ... was dropping a 1 million deposit. You named the rest of the price. Builder was shook, getting to ... name his price. Unreal. He was mentally celebrating his ... luck. Sure, he found a cash cow to fund his retirement instantly. Chun pumped his hand. I care about ... quality only. Use the best stuff, it's gotta pass my check. The guy promised. No ... double quotes ... sweat, boss, I'll build you a tank. Solid as a rock. Truth is, both guys were totally faking it, thinking the opposite. Chun figured when the world ended, the builder wouldn't find him to beg for the rest of the cash. Meanwhile, the builder was plotting a massive ripoff. Both were ready to scam each other, zero guilt. Chun ticked base off his list. Next up, loot hoarding, snacks and meds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The real zombie apocalypse vibe was toxic people, not nature. Any shop has bats, but boomsticks for the kill. Way harder. He grabbed his phone to surf the dark web for gear. After some doom scrolling, a sketchy ad popped up. This dude bragged about having top-tier secret hookups for literally anything you could dream of. He swore he was legit and super safe. Chun slid into the DIMs asking, how do I buy? Seller dropped a pin. Be there tonight at 8 p.m. on the dot. Chun rolled up to the spot. It was weirdly crowded. He was vibing until some drama started nearby. Some chick was sprinting, guys yelling behind her. Freeze! One dude screamed, cursing up a storm. She was freaked out but kept running. Suddenly, she ducked behind Chun like a shield. The chasers got mad salty, daring her to run. Growling she had a death wish for scamming them. Help me, she squeaked, shaking like a leaf. Chun planned to ghost, but then he saw her face. It was Luenkin. What was she doing in a dump like this? He was totally shook, blinking in disbelief. A goon grabbed her and told Chun to back off. She was bawling. Chun finally clicked who she was. It was Li Yuyu, the middle school goddess. Every dude crushed on her. How did she get in this mess? While his brain buffered, one of the bullies yelled, pay up or you ain't going nowhere. She sobbed as the gang crowded round, looking creepy. One guy was like, let's wrap this up. No cash, pay with your body. He laughed gross-like. Chun's face went dark. Let her go, he snapped. The goons finally noticed him standing there. They held her tight. One stepped up. Who's this punk? Here. The punk roasted Chun for playing hero and swore to wreck him first. Chun slipped the punch, grabbed the guy's arm, and twisted till he squealed. One smack to the face. Later, the dude was airborne. Dust kicked up everywhere while Chun stood there, totally inside, he was actually shook. This weird system, ... was definitely not part of his starter pack in his last life. Liu Yu gasped, staring at him like she'd seen a ghost. But the creep grabbed her tighter, warning Chun to freeze, or else. The threat hadn't even fully left his nasty lips. Chun chucked a rock right at his dome. Bullseye, the other goons froze. Just then, another guy sprinted into the mix. He yelled at them for gang beating a girl. Where's your dignity? Huh? The thugs just cussed him out and charged. Chun and the new guy synced up, throwing hands without saying a word. Frontal assault. Chun laid him out cold. Sneak attack from behind. The other guy shut it down. One by one, the losers hit the dirt. Even on the floor, Chun booted them away just to be safe. With the last one down, Chun gave them the beat it glare. Ding! A notification pinged in his brain. Fear +1. Panic +1. Pain +1. Score passed in for the first time. Spatial expansion. Cheat code unlocked. While the creeps ran, the system nagged him to keep farming bad vibes. Chun ... thought farming drama was actually kinda hilarious and super useful. Liu, still trembling, flopped down and thanked him for the save. She mumbled about not expecting to bump into him here. Chun helped her up and tossed her something to cover up with. She thanked him again but panicked about an errand and had to bolt. Chun just nodded. Stay safe out there. The other fighter ran over, totally hyping up the moment. Classic hero saves the beauty. He grinned. Hearing the name, Chun realized luck was on his side. Mukong was exactly the dude he was supposed to meet up with. Mukong called it fate, struck a pose, and yelled, "Sky King, covers Earth, Tiger." Chun stared at him. "You absolute moron." Mukong froze. Total vibe, kill. Ding. More alerts in Chun's head. Dumbfounded +1. Dazed +1. Awkwardness +1. Chun coughed. "Just kidding, bro. Just a joke." He even coped the goofy pose so the guy wouldn't feel so lame. Mukong cracked up. "You're too much." He waved for Chun to follow. They ducked into a quiet spot where Mukong popped open a crate. "Russian made," he bragged. "Tough as nails. Won't jam. Ammo's tight though," he warned. "Make every shot count." Since Chun passed the vibe check, Mukong gave him the homie discount, saying it was just fam, looking out for fam. Chun was like, "Bet. Thanks, dude." Mukong hyped him up, saying he moved like a pro. "So let's wrap this up." But then Chun goes, "Does this thing come with a silencer? Maybe a warranty? Can you toss in free ammo too?" Mukong totally glitched out. He wondered if this guy even knew what a friendship price was. This gear usually starts bidding wars and costs double the price. And this dude's asking for warranties like he's buying a toaster. Mukong was losing it. "Why don't you just rob me at this point?" Suddenly, a notification pinged. Inside Chun's brain, bad vibes were spiking hard. Shock +1, cringe +1. Seeing the guy's face, Chun bailed. "Just kidding. Forget the freebies," he said quickly. "We'll stick to the OG price. Wiring you the cash right now." In his head, Chun marked the quest complete. He had loot, weapons, and a base starter pack. Just one puzzle piece left. That night, at a bougie hotel, a lady in red posed by the window. Chun hugged her. "Took forever. My legs are dead waiting for you." Lu Wenqing asked if this whole setup was actually sketchy or not. Chun smirked. "Babe, it's just paperwork. I'd never scam you." Inside, she totally ignored the red flags. She thought, "This simp sold plasma to buy me a purse once. He worships the ground, I walk on, he wouldn't dare play me." Later, Boss Jang hyped her up while she signed the papers. She handed them back without even blinking. Jang was practically trying not to He knew she thought she was just a backup signer. Reality check? She just legally adopted all that debt. And when she goes broke, he had plans for collection. Nasty plans he was already daydreaming about. She stood there looking smug, clueless. She just got trapped. Chun watched Inkin. "Enjoy your slave contract. Hun, her ego just paid for his entire safe house build. Perfect. Everything went smoother than butter. Thanks for the donation, best." Later, the builder showed off the finished bunker. "Bro, this is legit military grade stuff," he bragged. "Heat, sound, boom-proof, drill dash, proof, ... It's a tank. Could probably survive a few Mininoaks too." Chun nodded. "Solid work. Thanks, man." The guy laughed. "Hit me up if you need more upgrades." Chun flopped onto the sofa in his ultimate fortress. Finally, chill time. Suddenly, the screen glitched out. Unprecedented solar drama. Whole planet is about to get roasted like a marshmallow. The news kept yapping, warning that temps are gonna smash records, hide or fry. Chun just listened, cool as a cucumber, grabbing his piece. "It's showtime," he smirked. Outside his thick walls, the world was literally catching fire. Heat waves vibing, cities toasting, and everyone losing their minds. He peeped out the window as the hood turned into a fiery mess. Just watching the world burn, cozy and ready for the apocalypse. The news guy kept rambling about a super massive solar burp messing up the skies. Mojo, big time. Crazy heat spikes were already popping up all over the map, with highs hitting 45 degrees Celsius. Yikes. Don't get heat stroke. Stay inside unless you want to melt. Chun wasn't shook. Dude totally saw this coming a mile away. He noted the rising temps, but knew this was just the intro cutscene. Unlike his last playthrough, this felt way faster and more savage. Outside, the NPCs were hitting the panic button hard. Everybody trying to glitch through walls to get indoors. But even inside, total sauna, zero chill to be found. Some guy winded, was too hot for morning, and asked when it'd end. Suddenly, a street speaker buzzed like a broken mic. A seller yelled deadly weather. "Folks, it's only getting hotter." He screamed about supply. Droughts, claiming water and power were gonna ghost everyone soon. Stock up now, or die of thirst later. No cap. Claimed it was his last batch. But inside, he was laughing. This heat wave was basically free money, sliding into his DM, and he'd be a total noob not to secure the bag right now. A lady was like, "Your melons are pricey. Can I get a discount?" Another gal checked the fruit, looked pretty thick and juicy. The vendor saw them and went full hype man mode, getting way too close. He bragged about how sugary sweet his stash was, and offered to slice one open for a quick taste test. Buy two, get a deal, and free to classic upsell tactics. The ladies were sussed out as he invaded their personal space. He shoved the fruit at them, hinting if the nights got sweaty, they could crash at his pad. Creeped out. One lady stepped back. Just one is fine. But the guy wouldn't quit, stepping closer and begging them to buy more, swearing shelves would be empty by tomorrow. A few more curious peeps started crowding the booth. One grandpa asked nicely if he could get a discount on the water. The seller's face twisted up like he just bit a lemon. He barked about running a small biz and said, "Zero, haggling." Watching him shoo, the old guy Chun clocked who it was instantly. He skecked internally. It was that jerk. Lee. Past life, flashbacks hit hard. This dude made his life literal hell. Back then, Lee absolutely loved making a public scene. Screaming thief. When Chun was just returning, dropped stuff. Chun remembered it vividly. Trying to explain, he just found it on the floor. Totally innocent. But Lee totally plugged his ears. He just sneered, claiming nobody is actually that nice. He roasted Chun's clothes, called him shady, and threatened the cops. The crowd watching the drama totally joined in, giving Chun the major stink. Kids these days, they mumbled. He's quiet, must be guilty. Chun swore he didn't do it, but 0 people believed him. All that cringe and humiliation came flooding back now. Back in the present, Chun eyed some managers pick chips. He grabbed him, might as well grab a snack, cool as ice. He asked Lee, "Yo, are these chips made of solid gold?" Asking why the price was so insane. Lee whipped his head around to glare. Ping, a notification popped up. Bad vibes detected. Disdain +3. Lee snatched him back. Broke, get lost. You gonna pay if you crush him. Another system ping chimed in. Irritation +6. Chun smirked. Hoarding all this loot, ... Bet you sleep with one eye open. After all, stuff has a habit of disappearing. Boss Lee felt jinxed and exploded. You trying to curse me, punk? He threatened to beat his face and the sun mustove totally fried your brain cells. Chun stayed chill. Relax. Been having nightmares and night sweats? That question stopped Boss Lee cold. He mumbled that he did, wondering if his shop had bad vibes. Chun shushed him with total confidence. Knew it. Your forehead looks super dark, dude. He explained it was a classic case of ... deficiency. That made Boss Lee absolutely lose his marbles. You're the deficient one. Your whole family is... He swung. Chun sidestepped the punch like a ninja. He grabbed a lollipop, popped it in, and said, "Watch your health. Raging out destroys the body, especially in your ... condition." Tossing coins in the dirt, he added, "Keep this up, you'll die young." He just bounced a lollipop swirling in his mouth, leaving Boss Lee staring at the floor. Cash. Ding. System alert in Chun's head. Nasty vibes, incoming. Anger +20. Night fell. A stray cat skulked by, jaws clamped on, something weird. Safe inside, Chun watched the sky, thinking about his loser past, remembering how he used to just take it when people walked all over him. Not this time. He was going to take it all back with interest. Then he remembered the space upgrade. Leafy's rage was just enough fuel. Another ping. Bad vibes burned. 20. Inventory bumped to 200 cubic meters. Weird energy wrapped around him. For a sec, it felt like his hand grazed a portal to another dimension. Dawn broke, and the heat was already insane. Sparrows were practically melting. Down below, Bosley froze at his stall. Looked everywhere, found 0. Zipna totally shook. He yelled, "Where's my stuff? Who could have pulled this off?" Safe in his fortress. Chun sipped soda. Asterisk ping. Negative vibes, +6. Soda tastes way better, with a side of revenge. Just the start though. Bosley totally snapped. He ran circles in his shop, screaming bloody murder about thieves. Dropped to his knees, basically sobbing. Couldn't deal. To him, this was worse than the apocalypse. World ending? Fine. Losing inventory? Nightmare fuel. Locals started whispering. One guy guessed Lee faked it to jack up prices. Another panicked about starving if the market was empty. Old lady swore she saw a shadow floating by last night. Someone asked, "You sure, Grandma?" Boss Lee wasn't buying it. He screamed the ghosts aren't real. 0 chance. But while he raged, Chun's brain kept pinging. Major bad vibes. Anger +12. Fear +3. Suspicion +4. Chun stood there, watching the drama like a movie. Crunching snacks. Funny how misery makes chips taste better. Smirking, he thought *Lifu is a solid rage generator. Reached into his bag, flashing the wrapper on purpose. Bosley saw it and his eyes almost bugged out. "That's mine," he shrieked, charging like a psycho. Chun lifted the bag. "Are these gold? Or maybe they cure heat since you charge so much?" Bosley clocked him and roared. Chun kept grilling him. "Sleep well, hoarding all that. Watch out for thieves." Bosley totally lost it, grabbing Chun and screaming about where he snagged the chips. Shaken like a leaf while accusing him of theft. Chun just took a step back, faking a jump scare, then coolly reminded him that throwing shade requires actual proof. He even noted how weird it was that the whole supermarket was empty, literally not a crumb left. Then, with a super innocent vibe, He held out the half-eaten bag. You want a bite, bro? Bosley stood there trembling, face white with rage, brain completely Then he just exploded, yelling that Chun jinxed him and was the reason his inventory vanished. He called Chun a thief and demanded answers right then and there. He figured even if the kid didn't steal, he could still shake him down for cash to cover the loss. Worst case scenario, he'd just make Chun the scapegoat. A notification popped up in Chun's view. Asterisk bad vibes detected. Anger plus 18. Asterisk Chun didn't even blink. He casually mentioned that other places sell chips too, asking why Bosley was so obsessed with him. He reminded everyone that the shelves were already gathering dust when he walked in. Check the cams, or raid my place if you don't believe me, he said. Find any of your stuff there, and I'll pay you back 10 times over. That line got the crowd whispering immediately. Yeah, they sell those everywhere. Someone said, didn't Bosley complain about prices yesterday? The mood shifted fast. Bosley felt a chill. Something was definitely off. How did this kid flip the script so smoothly? Before he could think, Chun added, but if you find nothing, that generator out back is mine. Trapped and fuming, Bosley shook on it instantly. Thinking Chun was bluffing, he dragged him along, swearing he'd wipe that smirk off his face once the truth came out. When they hit Chun's crib, the crowd gasped. The door opened to a scene nobody saw coming. This place didn't look like a normal house at all. It was organized, fortified, and shockingly well. High-tech gear lined the walls, sealed crates were stacked high, and massive energy units sat there buzzing. Whispers erupted. Dudes loaded. He was hiding all this. Since when is he rich? It's like a fortress. Even Bosley froze up. His eyes popped out of his head, jaw hitting the floor in total disbelief. This wasn't a home. It was a legit bunker. Chun turned to him, chill as ever. Done looking. Want to rip up the floorboards too? Bosley's ego completely crumbled. Pale as a ghost, he waved his hands frantically. Nah, we're good. He mumbled about checking somewhere else and tried to bail. But before he could bolt, Chun grabbed his arm, stopping him cold. Smirking, Chun said, remember the deal? You found nothing, so that generator is mine. Bosley went stiff. The dude's face twisted as he tried to bail, claiming it was just a big mix-up and asking if they really had to be so extra about it. But the crowd was watching, and Chun's look said no take-backs, bro. Chun just smirked, asking why his brain didn't work. About backing off when he was busy framing people earlier. Ding. Notification in Chun's head. Asterisk. Big mad energy detected. Impatience +8. The crowd started spilling the tea. Some whispered that a guy who caps this much deserves the L. Others laughed, saying karma. Hearing that, Laifu lost it. He yelled at Chun for doing too much, screaming, I'm being nice here. Then, out of nowhere, he tried to sucker punch. Chun parried that weak sauce and twisted his arm like a pretzel. Laifu screamed like a baby and hit the deck, holding his wreck of a hand. Another ping. Asterisk major bad vibes detected. Pain +7. Gritting his teeth, Laifu rage quit, crying he'd move the generator ASAP. Chun was chill. Better run. When it gets hotter, you're toast out there. He added coolly that, without a generator, surviving the heat wave is gonna be a nightmare. More stats rolled in. Asterisk cringe, +30. Pain +86. Fear +1. Chun kept his poker face. Everything was going according to script. Just then, his phone buzzed. It was Lu W. She sounded shook, saying some random creeps had been tailing her for days. They looked like goons collecting cash, and she was totally clueless. Didn't I just autograph a paper? She thought. Chun knew what was up. He just smirked, listening to her panic. All part of the master plan, and we're just getting started. The drama is heating up. She demanded to know why the gang was hunting her. Did you cap to me? She sounded salty. Chun stayed cool, telling her, don't trip. He played the nice guy card. I did so much for you. Why would I lie? He acted all offended that she'd even suspect him. Total acting class. Mentally, though, he thought those gang idiots had zero chill. He then asked her if her stalkers knew her crib's location and what they were yapping about. She said they didn't have her Addy yet. She took shortcuts to lose him. She warned him not to troll her and demanded the real tea. Chun gaslighted her gently, saying she was seeing things. You're paranoid. While talking, he purposefully flashed the loot around him. Her eyes popped when she saw the stash. She instantly asked how he was so loaded. Chun didn't say squat. He just wanted to flex. He casually mentioned he had way more. She was completely shook. With the apocalypse heat, only ballers could afford grub like that. She started plotting on where he scored all that goodness. Wait, did he actually hit the jackpot? Chun sipped his drink like a boss, vibing with the heat. He flexed some fancy grub on camp, her eyes glued to that salmon. She couldn't hide the thirst, admitting she craved a bite. Chun played the nice guy, asking if she was starving over there. She pulled the I'm scared and lonely card, acting paranoid. Sounded pathetic, but her brain was plotting 40 chess. Then she dropped the bomb. Can I crash with you? Hinting she'd keep him entertained. Voice all husky and Before he could answer, she hung up. Classic bait. Chun lowered the phone, smirking. Gotcha, fishy. Lu Wenjing, you're so basic. He called back, noting the heat wave, reminded her of her old good girl rules. Don't dox yourself. She used to gatekeep her place so hard. Now, he's just like, send location. Said he'd scoop her up once it wasn't roasting outside. Chick flipped the script instantly. Things are diff now. Babe, played the GF card. Who else do I have but you? Drop the pin, faster than light. Come save me. Chun told her to sit tight and be a good girl for him. Hanging up? She grinned. She thought she played him. Thinking a simp is always gonna simp. Flirt a little, and he's a puppy. But Chun knew the game. He remembered how she used to act all bougie. Too cool to even let him pass the gate. Now she's doxing herself for snacks. Lol, the irony? Phone down. Knock at the door. Can I come in? It was Auntie Wong. The neighbor cracked the door, and she started whining immediately. My AC died. It's like an oven in there. Used the kids as bait, begging to chill inside. Neighbors help. Neighbors? Chun gave her a deadpan look and threw a flashback at her. Remembering when he and his mom collected bottles for cash? She'd called them beggars and sent security after them. She looked real awkward hearing that. That's ancient history. Don't be so petty and heartless. Chun just nodded. Maybe I am heartless, but hey, I have a C. Bam. Door slammed in her face. She screamed insults and cursed his fam outside. Chun? Zero cares. A notification popped up in his vision. Anger detected. Plus 18. Anger detected. Plus 20. Chun stayed chill. He only helps people who aren't trash. Everyone else can kick rocks. Swapped his SIM card like a spy and booted up his PC. He dialed, sounding totally chill, like he was just ordering pizza. Dropped the deets on Lu Wing's crib to the dude, saying the addy was sent. Told him she's solo, so snagging her would be a total breeze. Hung up, then Chun kicked back to gaze out the window. Outside was roasting, air thick as soup, but he was vibing with it. The heat totally ignored it. Honestly, with his inner chill, the world out there felt barely real. He sighed softly, thinking, IT's finally showtime. Baby, Mean Girl was mirror gazing, hyping herself up and feeding that ego. Dreaming of crashing in Chun Zhao's AC room, NESC. Imagined the Luke's life he'd fund. Convinced she deserved zero stress. Kept tripping on her fantasy, having a blast. Lit a smoke later, still inspecting her stash. Bam! Someone started pounding on the door. Opened it, like, you're early. Thinking what an eager simp he was. But, nope, not him. And definitely not a solo act either. A whole crew stood there. Asked pronto why they pulled up and how they got her deets. Dude shoved her before she could blink. Die gang dead is due now. She snapped back that the cash was on Chinjiao's tabby, scammed her into signing. Go, bug him. Guy chilpled the paper and said signatures don't lie. You sign, you pay up, zero excuses. Then it hit her hard. That dumb simp actually had a brain and finally used it. Goon told the squad to raid the place for anything pricey. She tried blocking their looting spree, but got tossed aside. Screamed she's dialing Chin Zhao and he'd show up fast. One dude ignored her, flopped on the couch, eyeing her bling. Watching them grab her stuff freaked her out. She wanted it all. Goon checked the loot. This junk doesn't even cover the interest. Said his brothers didn't trek through this heat to leave with nothing. Desperate, she blocked him again. Chunia has the cash. Not me. Goon smirked as she claimed he's loaded in picking her up. Just wait and shake him down. She pleaded, but her call just hit a robo voice. Number, unavailable. She froze. Totally, shook. Disbelief hitting hard. Panic spiking. She read, same message. Breathing heavy, sweating, bullets, her face going pale. How is this real? She thought. Insisted he's just busy. I'll call again. He'll pick up. Goon snatched the phone. Wow, you really are dumb. Guys like, LOL, she actually thought he'd pay. It's super obvious he sold her out. Bro never planned to drop a dime. It was a scam from day one. And click. She finally gets it. Big brain moment loading. She thought he was the clown. But nope, the joke's on her at this time. She's all weak. Like, and the thug's like, zip it and quit wiggling. Cue the She screams for them to chill, yelling, go, rob Chinjiao instead. He's the one with the cash and the stash. Goon ain't listening. The just drags her off like trash day. Scream all you want, sis. No white knight is coming to save you now. Karma's finally clapping back for all the shade she threw at others. Meanwhile, Chunjiao is vibing with a drink, totally ignoring his blowing up phone. Ghost mode engaged. He figures she needs a real taste of the apocalypse. As the sun dips and everyone hides inside from the heat, Mr. Goon hauls the weeping girl away. He grills her again. What kind of swag does this Chung guy have? A C, icy drinks, and tons of grub. She spills, he's got everything. I'm broke. Hearing that, the thug's eyes go blank. Jackpot. He thinks this sounds like a massive score. Tells the squad. All right, boys, let's roll. As they dip, she's raging inside, wishing Chuniao a totally grim ending. Time to start her villain arc. Late night, a whole mob is rushing around, strapped with weapons. Someone yells, "This way? That little brat Chun Zhao lives right here." Dude blasts AC, and he's super stingy, won't even share a drop of water. That auntie you wanted his AC before is honestly super salty. She's bringing the mafia squad to settle the score. Mafia dudes are hyped, following her lead. Bossman says, "Nice work, leading the way, old lady. We secure the bag, you get a cut. Don't stress it." "Oh my god, thanks Brozung," she gushes. "You're so generous." Totally, big boss energy. Nobody's cooler than you. While kissing up, she's fantasizing about Chin getting absolutely wrecked. She's literally glowing with joy, practically praying for his downfall, imagining Chun sobbing. "Big bro, please don't unalive me. I was wrong. Auntie Wang rules. My house is your house now." Auntie Wang smirks at the thought, waiting to see his ego crash. They march down the road, zongs, like, this kid's definitely got secrets. Even from the outside, the build looks totally insane. It's giving, I can predict the future vibes. One goon gets hype. "Bro Zoom, watch me kick this door in. You're gonna love this. Watch and learn." But he charges in, all excited and dupe steps, right on a trap trigger. Dude gets fried like he high-fived a thunderbolt, screaming his lungs out while riding the lightning. Zong's totally shook, watching from the back. Clueless, he wonders if the guy's brain. Squad runs up. "Yo, why you glitching, you stupid?" Mistake, they touch him, and it's an instant shock party. Now the whole crew is vibrating with voltage. They get it now, wailing like big babies. Just a chorus of help. "Save me." That electric kick is straight up savage. Zong and the auntie are freaking out, totally lost. Auntie wanted Chun's tears, but got her minion sobs. But wait, it gets even wilder. Alarms blast, leaving them all staring blankly, like their confusion stats just leveled up +2, +2, +3, doc. One dude's at +5. Then a voice booms. "Good vibes incoming, best of luck. Joy and love." It chirps, while they sizzle, blabbing about prosperity and worldwide fortune, repeating like a broken record. Voltage spikes, while the happy song loops. The boys are still shrieking about the sparks. Zong finally clicks and backs way up. He realizes this whole thing is a trap. Pop-up, big sadness, detected, +4, panic +36, speechless Chun's just chillin' in his koozie, base, watching the comedy show in H. Lucky you, he smirks, stepped right on the zap mat. Zong screams, "Quit the yapping, Chun. You owe us." Paying up is basic decency. Cough up the cash, and we're good. He clocked Chun's voice instantly. Auntie joins in. Got cash for upgrades, but not debts. Old lady's steaming, muttering that he needs a special kind of shock. Chun's eating ice cream, feet up, he tells Brojiang, "My pad's worth 4 million covers that 3.5 mil debt, easy." Then adds, "As for Lu, Wenqing's bill, go ask her. Not my drama." Zong blows a gasket, hearing that, thinking, supplies are life, rest is trash. Chun pipes up, "Smart guys know when to fold." He adds that, since he is vibing, they should just bounce nicely. He warns, "Mess around and find out." Then boop, he hits the red button. Zap City, the voltage spikes and the goons start shrieking. They are hollering, totally done, begging their boss to save their butts. Straight up agony mode for these guys. Ding, system says. Detected, big sad vibes. Pain +63, despair +7. Zong is officially shook to his core, clueless about what he hit. He decides to nope out of there. Bolting away, he screams that Chun Sha better watch his back, because that Aikru won't let this slide, even while fleeing like chickens. Another ping. Detected fierce rage, +78 points. With the goons gone, that auntie is the new main character. Petrified and solo, she just stands there gaping at the crib. The air glows red, intensity rising, and she is totally lost. Her fantasy of seeing Chunbei, total flop. Temp hits 52 degrees Celsius. It is a ghost town. Nobody dares go out. But Chun, he is frosty inside, living his best life, casually binge-watching TV. News anchor says the heat is taking people out everywhere. Strokes are common, so folks should definitely stay indoors. Suddenly, his phone starts blowing up with buzzes. Chan looks Auntie Wang is ranting in the comments, blaming him, calling him heartless for hoarding AC and snacks while kids cook. Then some shopkeeper boss jumps into the thread, calls him selfish and says he is a terrible neighbor. Another says share the loot, or you are basically a killer. One claims they are roasting and asks if he has zero shame. Someone else demands Chun come out and explain himself. Chun sips his icy drink, just scrolling through the hate. Then the system pings again. Detected intense emotion. Jealousy +99, intense, negative emotion. Anger +101. Total crossed 1,000. Rewards loading. Seeing the points, Chun starts brainstorming a plan. With new loot, he figures he could drop a proposal online. Beat the hag and evil shop guy. Get food for 2 days. It would basically be the Same shady game they are playing, but he knows it will work. Best part? It is totally fair. Karma if he goes for it. He could own everyone, maybe even share a tiny bit. In that scenario, sharing would actually be pretty epic. He stands by his stash, snapping pics of the epic loot. Then he uploads the shots to the group chat. Yep, huge stockpile. One in, sign up here. Instantly, a lady replies, saying she is totally in and begging him to spare a crumb. The old Karen pipes up, yo feed auntie, her legs are busted. Shop boss yells, bring me the cases of water, stat. Some rondo types, +1. But nah, life ain't that easy. Chun hits back. Newsflash, I ain't running a charity here. You want goods? Cough up something worth the same. No cash, no deal. I don't do handouts. Message drops, and the boss goes 0 to 100 instantly. Calls June, a selfish brat, screaming, share, or you're trash. The old hag jumps in, exposing Chun's true colors for leaving M to die. She curses him, swearing he'll catch major bad karma, and she's bringing popcorn for the show. Another dude threatens, if we starve, you're going down to... Chun couldn't care less. Tosses phone, totally can't believe how useless these clowns are. Ping, negative vibes hit 3000. System upgrade. Special cut, noob level unlocked. Basically creates a mini air slice that cuts anything in 3 meters. Chun's like, okay, now things are getting spicy. He starts pondering this sick new ability. Spots an apple, test subject, alpha. Let's roll. / apple splits perfectly. 0 effort, absolutely insane. Chun grins, this is lit. Way more opus than I expected. Realizes he could totally use it on those mafia creeps if they keep chasing clout. Outside's quiet, then Luce steps out of a car, looking extra. Dress is fire, but don't get it twisted, she's fake news. Total red flag. Stay away unless you want your life ruined. Stare too long and you're cooked. Hazardous material. Think you can fix her. LOL. Don't even try. Bruh. There's another dude chilling in the car too, still plotting ways to get his revenge on Chun. He hops out, asks Zong Chun, live here? Yeah. Back building? Boss turns to Lu. So, was Chun your main squeeze or what? I'm leading the squad to raid his crib. You gonna catch feelings over it? Lu fakes shock, then immediately turns on the charm. Babe, please, my heart's only got room for you. You're the goat, the only guy I ever wanted. As for Chun, theft, that guy's useless garbage. But inside, she's thinking, asterisk tonight. Chun is toast. She wants him canceled. Permanently. She hugs him tighter, hyping him up to take Chun out faster. Suddenly, the shopkeeper runs up. Big bro, you here for Chun? He's grinning. We're neighbors. Ready to spill the tea? Some random guy steps up, offering to help school Chun shop. His buddy jumps in, bragging they know the turf perfectly. Says he'll block the exit if the kid tries to bolt. Boss nods. Help bag Chun Zhao and you get his snacks. Store owner geeks out, thanking him like he won the lotto. Follow me, he tells the boss. I know a cheat path. He is super hyped to see Chun get wrecked. Ace. Crowd goes feral, grabbing whatever isn't nailed down. Try to stop him. You're asking for a beat. Sharing is over. It's every man for himself. Now, as the boss and shopkeeper roll through the zone, shopkeeper points, sweating. Wait, that's my crib. We're allies. Boss gives him the cold shoulder. Like I care. Says the whole building belongs to Lu now. Deal with it. Old lady flips out, screaming, unfair, we're on your side. She wanted Chun to suffer, not her. Total backfire. But these mobsters, zero chill. They got the muscle, so they take what they want. Shopkeeper panics, totally drowning in regret. Admits he messed up, greed for scraps ruined him. Now he's broke and his survival plan is toast. Watches the hag get pummeled while others eat dirt. Screams, he was blind to trust these absolute monsters. Too late now, game over for them. Mob gathers, swords out, boss and bad girl in front. That chick already got her prize. Now she's just thirsty for revenge. Staring up, Chun yeets a whole couch straight onto the pavement. Munching away, he asks, you guys miss me or something? He's chilling. Boss sneers, you're dead meat, kid. Demands the loot or Chun gets wrecked. Hand it over. Maybe I'll leave a nice corpse. Bad girl watches like it's a movie. Chun stays cool. Wipes his face. Wouldn't mommy teach you manners? Says interrupting dinner is super rude. Can't you goons handle basic etiquette? Boss snaps, curses and yells. Get 'em. Goons rush. But Chun dodges. Plate still in hand. His balance? Absolute cheat codes. Guy lunges. Chun slams his face into the floor. Another dude swings a giant weapon wildly. Chun sidesteps and kicks him into next week. Sneak attack from behind with an axe. Chun sighs. Gonna make me use space hacks? He locks in. Game time. Then yeet a bottle zooms at the boss and bad chick. They blink. Then poof thick fog. Total smoke bomb. Boss hacks. A lung. Screaming spicy air. He shrieks back up and tells the squad to dip ASAP. Crew freaks out. Even Chunsha looks low-key shook. In the mess, Axe Dude whiffs and drops his gear. New voice pipes up. Chun, you cooked up a storm. He admits Chun's got some mad skills though. Chun side-eyes him. Bro, why are you even here? Dude's like, it's about the heat. Asks if Chun's buying cause he's got premium stock. He just wants the biz flowing. No drama. To him, this crazy spot needs his gear bad. What goes down next? Smash sub and hit the bell so you don't miss out.